Resource management is about how the project manager or line producer runs the project team. Firstly, he has to understand as to what resources are needed. How many people? How many grips? How many electricians? What kind of studio facilities or office facilities are needed? How much money do you spend on props versus costumes versus makeup? Which contractors, such as visual effects houses, are hired? While the creative producer is the ultimate arbiter of how a production is run, the actual resource management and resource allocation is supervised by the line producer. According to the Producers Guild of America, the line producer credit is to be granted to the individual who reports directly to the individual or individuals receiving the produced by credit. Ultimately, the line producer is responsible for all of the hiring and firing. The paperwork, the budget, and the schedule are all directly supervised by this person. That picture, for example, is a picture of the crew on the first feature film I produced, back when I had much more hair. But I'm very proud of the crew I put together on that film, including what we did with limited resources. I'm going to be honest, I've worked on projects where we had a very strong budget, and other projects where people volunteered their time and worked for free. I can tell you that the tone the line producer sets on set and how they manage resources has a very tangible impact to the mood on set, particularly because you need to factor in that people are working 12-hour days at minimum and 7-day weeks. It's also important to note that this person has a huge impact on how resources are allocated. For example, this person decides, do we use paper call sheets and paper forms, or do we help the environment by using all digital tracking records? We as a culture have talked about a lot in the past couple of years about inclusivity and diversity, and while directors, producers, and department heads have a few people that they would prefer to work with on a production, if those people are unavailable or if there is no preference from the director, then the line producer is the person who finds the additional resources. They are the ones who determine who gets called, which websites or which resources receive the ads for crew positions. Do you advertise with film schools or with historically black colleges and universities? In addition, the line producer determines who gets hired for the people that work directly under them, such as the production coordinator, the assistant production office coordinator, and production assistants. So there's a direct correlation here about who gets in the door and who gets shut out. With that, I will move on to the next topic.